Hey, Merry
Hello.
Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Wednesday and a Friday.
Happy Wednesday on a Friday. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that.
About as accurate as it gets right there.
I mean, we've been doing it all year. Why not at the last show of the year?
I love it. I love it. Well, happy holidays, everybody. That is an awesome new intro made by Mr. Ivan over there. Thank you for making that, man. That's super epic.
Oh, I'm glad you approved. Thank you. Thank you. I spent some time with that.
First time seeing it. I'm very, very happy that is our new intro. Oh, and we have new comments coming from Twitter, aka X. That is awesome. Really cool.
That is awesome. That is the latest update from StreamYard. They do work.
Wow, isn't that wild? They work.
That is epic.
They work from Twitch as well.
Amazing.
Wherever you're at, I guess this is great. So wherever anyone's watching, we can finally pin up everybody's comments. They can be in on the conversation. That's nice. That's nice.
Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to our last episode of the year of Smart Assets. And on that note, that's why we pushed it back from Wednesday to Friday. And we're going to do a year in review with what's going on or what happened this past year in blockchains and Web3 and the gaming and cryptocurrencies. And we've got a lot of juicy data in storage. So glad to see everyone tuning in and very excited to share it all with you. And I'm pumped, and I've got my Sproto hoodie on. Wait! I forgot. I was supposed to put on the Who effect. Oh, Who effect. I've got other eyes. I've got four eyes. I've got eyes on the back. And we're featuring now as our background. We've got our Sproto, our official mascot. I don't know if you guys, Ryan, Evan, if you guys noticed, but our Sproto's down there.
Oh, I do see our little Sproto. Yeah, I see it.
Our mascot.
Oh, I noticed him. He's in the wintry forest.
Little guy down there, little guy.
So welcome if you're new and joining us for the first time. My name's Ivan over CMO, the American Crypto Academy, and I'm joined by two amazing co-hosts. We've got Evan and Ryan. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hello. Okay. Evan, or at evdogcrypto on X. I'm a portfolio manager for Sarson Funds. We do all sorts of investing in cryptocurrency. So if something that interests you, definitely contact your financial advisor or contact us directly. We'd be happy to help you in any way possible. But yeah, we're super excited to be doing this year in review stream for you guys. It's going to be epic. We have some cool graphics and stuff. Ivan has been working his butt off the last couple of days getting an awesome presentation set up. So we're going to be walking through all sorts of metrics, all sorts of fun stuff tonight with you guys. We're also joined by Ryan. You want to introduce yourself, my friend?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yep, Kenton here. Great to be here for another Smart Assets. I work with the American Crypto Academy as a production manager, and I help out with the academy and some lessons going up there. So we're going to get into it tonight. We're going to get into our year in review. With that, Ivan, where are we starting? Where are we starting this whole thing?
Quick reminder. If it's your first time joining us, we're going to have a giveaway as usual. It's going to run in the background. You do need to be on Twitch. To join this giveaway. But if you are on Twitch already, !learn, followed by your Solana wallet. We're going to do a giveaway to 5 winners of Bonk. Bonk is the top meme coin on Solana, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get on with the show. But so definitely get in there. We're giving away 1 million Bonk to 5 winners, so you get to split that up. And welcome to the Love Club DAO on that note. So we'll have this in the background. Let me share with you. Where's !learn, followed by your Solana wallet in order to join the giveaway. And you do need to be on Twitch. So if you are tuning in from the X or YouTube, head on over to Twitch if you want to partake in the giveaway. If not, feel free to stay where you are and enjoy the show from there. We however you enjoy it.
That's right. Last Critter Craft of the year, episode 40. We didn't mention that either. Nice round, big 40. That is a milestone, if I say.
It's a good number.
It is a good number. I enjoy it. 4 is lucky in the Asia communities. So big round 40. I love it. I'm excited to hop into the show.
And before we jump right into it, just a quick reminder, everything shared on the show is for information, educational, and entertainment purposes, not financial advice. Like Evdog said earlier, reach out to Sarson Funds with your financial advisor to partake in any more advice that pertains closely to you and your portfolio.
That's right.
All right. I think we should jump right in there. We got a lot of stuff to cover, and Kenton, why don't you lead us into some of the top headlines that we wanted to highlight tonight?
Oh, we're gonna start that. All right, let's do it. We have so much to cover throughout this live.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right, I wanted to start though. It's usually we do the market highlights here, and we would get right into some trending news and what's happening. But I thought it would be perfect to go through some of the biggest headlines that we've seen throughout this year over the past several months. So anywhere between January 2023 till now, I put together some headlines so we can go through and see what some of the biggest were. Let me bring this up. Let's get into it. There's a lot to go through, but I wanted to pick the best ones, starting with Binance. One sec, let's get this presented. Your screen. Here we go. So one of the biggest headlines of the year was definitely CZ stepping down and his settlement with the United States. So I'm sure you guys remember this. Yes, I'm sure you guys remember when this happened. Not too long ago in terms of the timeline from today, but major event with CZ stepping down. And of course, we've seen how that has worked out for Binance. Of course, everything is okay. But at the time, this was a really, really big deal. Let me make sure that I'm sharing this. At the time, this was a really, really big deal. Having CZ step down was definitely a huge indicator to the community that things were getting shifty over at Binance. It was looking a little sketchy for their relationship with them and the United States, but we've really seen that all work out. Of course, it didn't end up being a $4 billion settlement. I think it was a $2.7 billion settlement, and he had to pay some personal money as well. They didn't get him to jail. It all worked out pretty well. But CZ and Binance and this happening was definitely major. Evdog, just remember when this happened. Where's Binance at right now? I know that you're following the market regularly. We saw Binance really perk up over the last couple of days. Binance is doing pretty well as a company, I'd say, yes?
Yeah, I think that, obviously the faith in that community and, because Binance launched a whole blockchain as well as having an exchange, it goes wider than just the exchange itself. It goes into this wider community. I think for a while there, the faith was a little shaky, but I think that it's slowly getting restored as they redeem themselves through positive decision making and doing things that I think are needed to continue forward. So I think that they're slowly on the track back. It's been a fight between Solana and BNB for the top 4 and 5 spots on the coin market cap. So, we're keeping a close eye on it. And I think Binance has a future within the United States as long as they continue on this forward path.
It's funny you mentioned that, the whole Solana versus BNB thing right now. I want to look this up real quick. Yeah, who's in the lead? It's been pretty active.
I honestly don't know. It might have shifted since I looked at it last.
So Binance right now, Binance has a $52.52 billion market cap. Solana just at 45.64. Wow. It's creeping up there though, isn't it?
It is.
Definitely creeping up there. From our in-house Solana Maxi. You got to love it. He's absolutely right though, folks. He's absolutely right. Let's move on though. This was a big article, of course, but there were also some that were even crazier. Some that really shook things up. And I'm talking about Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh my goodness. This guy has been in the news way too many times this year. I chose an article from Decrypt.com talking about the live trial updates, because I think that Sam Bankman-Fried's trial was definitely something that got people talking. People knew it was going to be dramatic. We knew that there were going to be several bombs from Caroline Ellison and others who testified. And of course there were. We can think of many, just even the funny courtroom sketches that came out of all of this. But this was major. And all of these developments were really breaking at the time. I remember following this news, and people were very glued to it. And then, 5 weeks of the trial, about 5 to 6 weeks. Definitely one of the biggest trials when it came to crypto news. And I'd say that it entertained people the entire time as well. Of course, Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty of all accounts. So things are not looking so great for him. Things are not looking so good. We'll figure out what happens in the final one? What is it called at the very end when they get together all the sentencing? So many legal terms.
I'm not a legal professional.
I know. I'm trying to pull it from you. Ivan, no?
I mean, I don't know, like when they come to a consensus at the end and
whatever that's officially called.
Final sentencing,
sentencing. Like, I'm not sure which part you're referring to. Yeah, is there another trial? Is the trial not over?
Well, there is more of a trial. He has to be tried for crimes in the Bahamas. So I'm pretty sure that's a whole other thing happening in March. Oh yeah, this whole thing's gonna go on and on. It's gonna go on and on. But just the trial itself, that was huge news. Huge news. Other than that, a couple more. Wanted to talk about something. This happened a little bit more recently. What I want to talk about next. Still very important, though. Gordon Goddard goes shopping for NFTs. So this was a moment that I just personally remember as a really big thing. And this was only, a couple weeks ago? November? So this wasn't all too long ago. Gordon Goddard started buying NFTs, and this article here on the Ape Gazette goes through basically his shopping experience, how he posted on X saying that he wanted to go shopping, how he bought a Cryptodes and totally shook up the market for that, totally made Cryptodes go berserk, bought a gold Sappy seal, tweeted about it, bought a gold D-Gods as well, gold Pudgy Penguin. So yeah, Gordon really did go shopping, and this was just the start of what he did. We all know that he went on to buy several other NFTs.
And who's Gordon Goddard?
Wait, really? One of the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know them by name. All right.
Oh, really? Oh, man. Maybe I'm a little nerdy about it. I might be. Yeah, he really caused a stir though. But it changed up the whole market. One of his most recent purchases was a Bodago, and it was his first Solana NFT, which that's a big deal.
He's going to be buying a Sproto next, I bet.
You think he's going to get a Sproto?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Everyone else is doing it. Do you know, like I recently looked at this statistic that somebody pointed out, which anyone can look up. There's there's how many? There's 10,000 Bored Apes. There's only 3,333 Sprotos, and there's over 1,000 holders at this point, upwards of 1,100. So you do the math, that's less than 3 Sprotos per holder. So there's not very many Sprotos to go around. And I mean, just among our group, we hold a handful of them. I know I'll never get rid of my Sproto. I mean, unless someone's going to offer me 69 ETH, my Sproto is available for 69 ETH. But then people are like, tell me a price. I tell them a price. Oh, that's too much. That's what it takes if you want my Sproto.
Yours is super clean too, Ivan. I would not let that baby go. You got to hold on to that thing.
Yeah, don't let it go. Well, 69 ETH, absolutely. You do that with
Oh, you can't marry your bags to that extent.
Whose wallet are we looking at?
My cat just stepped on the keyboard. That was just
Oliver.
Yeah, that was an Oliver moment.
Blame the kitty.
All right, final article, and then we're going to move on to some other lists because I know Ivan got a bunch together. BlackRock filing for a spot ETF for Bitcoin. Bitcoin spot ETF. This was back in June. This I wanted to choose as a piece because it just signifies this whole ETF movement that we've seen. We've just seen numbers fly because of ETF movements for not just Bitcoin, but ETH as well. And now people are talking about ETFs for other cryptocurrencies, Solana, maybe XRP. Anyway, this was just major. BlackRock filing for that spot Bitcoin ETF. And I think that it was a huge signal for the market with where things were really heading when it came to ETF news and the bullish momentum we've seen since. Ebdog, you're an analyst. ETF movement, you think we're going to have something by the end of the year, or this will be coming out right in the beginning of January?
Yeah, I think we're done for the year. I mean, obviously, we have, it's Friday, New Year's Day is Monday. So I think it's safe to say that we're pretty much done for the year. But, that deadline of January 10th for the ETF is it's looking pretty juicy. I think that there's a high probability that we see one or all the ETFs approved by that January 10th date. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and move from there. But a lot of the people in the community are thinking that January 10th is that day. When typically in financial markets, when everybody believes one thing, the opposite is very possible. So we'll have to wait and see. You got to hedge your bets. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. All those sayings apply here. You got to be just very careful, very cautious, but we're very optimistic. So we'll have to see what happens early January.
Well said. Well said. All right. Well, that sums it up. Those are some of the biggest articles over the past 12 months. Let's move on. We have more to get through.
All right.
Real quick, we have a question as to if you can watch this elsewhere besides on Twitch. And yes, you can also watch this on the X and on YouTube. We primarily invite you to Twitch as the giveaways happen on Twitch. Twitch has a API that's interactive that we can connect to and gather folks' wallets. However, yes, you can also watch us live right on X, better known as Twitter, and YouTube at American Crypto Academy.
Yes.
All right,
Ivan, let's try to get through some of these whole talking points that you want to get through, like the biggest crypto airdrops for the year, wherever you want to start.
Let's do it. We'll start at the beginning. And maybe we'll have a guest appearance soon from a special appearance.
Ooh.
I won't give it away. That way people don't get excited unless it doesn't happen. And Rocky, hold on, Rocky. We're about to get into the meaty and greedy stuff. And so let's get into it. We've got a 2023 year in review brought to you by Smart Assets and what happened in the Web3 and blockchain industry. And so by no particular order, but a little bit of a particular order, we're going to get into some fun stuff real quick, and then get into some juicy data touching among some of the headlines that you shared about, Kenton, including some of the biggest scams, some of the biggest U.S. regulation settlements in the crypto industry, with Binance being actually, I think Binance is the second one. There's a bigger one than Binance that happened this year. So we'll jump right into that. With that, the very first one that we'll do is biggest crypto airdrops in 2023. We've been talking a lot about airdrops recently, primarily because Solana has been making a lot of noise with it and getting stimulated. And so one of the topics I thought is important for us to highlight is all the airdrops that happened this past year. I mean, look at the number. It's like, it's mind-boggling. $4.6 billion worth of tokens as free money were airdropped to people just like that.
Yeah.
50, there were approximately 50. The biggest airdrops were about 50 of them, 4.56 billion worth, and primarily going to crypto and DeFi users.
It's just crazy. You know, we saw this happen in 2020, 2021, 2022. You know, we saw this wave of airdrops, and, you know, that really started to spark DeFi back when we got the Uniswap airdrops, the ENS airdrops. Those were huge for stimulating the DeFi environment. And I think that this is really starting to ring true again here in 2023. You know, Arbitrum was huge. We're seeing, you know, Solana DeFi, Jito. We have Pith. We have the Jupiter airdrop coming soon. I think, you know, airdrops are a great topic to really riff on, because it's something that everyone, or almost everyone, can participate in to some extent. And it takes a little bit of luck, but it's also, there's a lot of ways to quote unquote farm them. So, you know, taking the time to really understand some of these protocols and understanding how you can get quote unquote free money from them is a worthwhile endeavor, in my opinion. Have you guys gotten any airdrops or qualified for anything? I see, you know, Jahan is mentioning Frame. Frame is something that a lot of people are going to qualify for in 2024. It's hard for me to even say that year yet. We're not there yet. 2024 is, for me, we're not ready for that yet. But yeah, Frame, I think, is going to be interesting because almost everyone qualifies. I saw, you know, Kenton, you sent me that you have multiple wallets that qualify. I guess I just checked my main one. I probably should check my other wallets and see.
You really should.
It's interesting to even think about.
Yeah, because I was surprised that one of my burner wallets qualified. And it qualified, even though it wasn't nearly as much as my main, it still qualified for like half the airdrop points. So however they rule it, I think just having any activity at all is really important.
That's awesome.
I haven't checked mine yet for Frame, but I did, you know, speaking of, and we'll get into some more statistics, it's going to be more relevant, but Bonk and Solana, I did get into Bonk. We talked about it. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago that, you know, I was FOMOing over not having any Bonk, and I think 2 shows ago. And so, yeah, I'm happy with my Bonk, and Bonk's making some noises we'll see here moving forward. But yeah. What I wanted to point out a little bit more data about this graph that we're seeing on the screen is Arbitrum being obviously the biggest one at $1.9 billion of an airdrop. That's crazy. That's a layer 2 for those not familiar. A layer 2 in Ethereum. Celestia, I didn't know what Celestia was. That's a layer 1 on its own. They're trying to make a name for themselves as well. So there's more to explore there. And we've all heard of Blur, the NFT marketplace. If you're not familiar, Blur is an NFT marketplace, and that was their approach to attracting sort of business or taking market share away from the other leading marketplaces on Ethereum. And so that's where those airdrops came in. And Jito, maybe I'm not big or well familiar with Jito, but that's a DeFi play, decentralized finance on Solana.
Liquid staking derivative.
Liquid staking derivative. Okay, what liquid LSDs, as Zach likes to call them. Huh? I always found that name fun. And then we all know WorldCoin. WorldCoin, if you're not familiar, WorldCoin is the cryptocurrency that's focused on what's it called, proof of personhood, where they identify based on scanning your retina, and there's ways to earn some tokens there. But any people, I forget what their airdrop was, something like you sign up or participate with it and you're entitled to so many tokens or whatnot. AI Doge, is that how you say that? A Doge?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
That is an Arbitrum meme. I didn't know Arbitrum had memes, but that's an Arbitrum meme. Surprisingly, look how they made a significant airdrop. Shockingly, that 175 million. Obviously, we don't know about them. We hadn't heard about them, and so maybe the marketing didn't pay off there. But the next one right below them is Memecoin. Everyone heard about them, and Memecoin made a name for itself as an airdrop, basically because they're token named after all memes, and it was kind of a big deal. They're an ERC20 on Ethereum. Then we have the Pith Network. Yeah. That's an L1 Oracle. Yep. They're actually competing directly with Chainlink.
Yep, Pith is really cool. They're very forward thinking. They're going to be really taking Chainlink on head on. So we're excited to watch Pith and what they do.
And, this research taught me something new, because I didn't know about Pith, and so this is exciting to learn about a new Oracle to consider. Then you have Space ID, which is a name service, allows you to buy and trade blockchain name services such as ETH domains. But I looked at them; they only had a handful of selections, and I wondered, Evdog, are you familiar with them? Why would I go to them if not as opposed to the main source? Like, do they offer any advantage? I didn't have time to dive deeper into them.
I'm not as familiar with Space ID. I mean, I've mainly used ENS domains directly, so I don't know as much about Space ID. I have looked at them a little bit, but I couldn't tell you.
Then we have CyberConnect, which is a social network. Not familiar with them, but apparently they dropped 28 million. I mean, where do these people get all this kind of money to just do airdrops like this? We have Arkham, which is a data visualizer for Ethereum and Polygon, and Maverick Protocol, which is another DeFi infrastructure play, and they did 16 million. But like, you can, how many, like $1.9 billion that Arbitrum dropped, you can launch hundreds of companies for that kind of money.
Well, the thing is too, Ivan, is like they're not necessarily just like giving that money away. Like they're building a product. They're building a product, and that's like the token launch price, and there's going to be other people paying for that makes that valuation what it is. So airdrops are a little tricky when you're getting, free money. It's only free because other people are willing to pay you for it. And like,
valid point. But so there's a lot more, I think coming out of this bear market that we were into and getting heated up with the next bull run, there's a lot more airdrops planned for next year. So definitely I invite you to check us out in our morning spaces on the X, US Crypto Academy, on better known as Twitter. We do run morning show called Learn Crypto Radio, where we share a lot of the daily alpha and what's going on a daily basis. So definitely tune into that. But Kenton, any thoughts on these airdrops before we move on to the next topic?
Just that there's going to be more and more. Even though it seems crazy that they're giving out all this money, it works for these coins, so they're going to keep doing it. I think that airdrop season's just going to continue. I think it's going to just ramp up as the bull market ensues. So I'm excited about it. That's why I tried out for Frame and tested out those wallets, and I'm glad that it worked. But yeah.
All right.
All going to keep happening.
What?
It's all going to keep happening. More airdrops. Bring them on.
More airdrops. Let's get on. Let's see what. Oh, I think the next one is a fun one.
Oh, here we go.
Best Web3 games of 2023. So I, again, due to this research, discovered Game 3 and Game 3 Awards, if you're not familiar. It's Game, GAM, the number 3s.gg. It's also displayed on the screen. But they've been running awards annually. They have 19 awards to give away. And as you can see, these are the winners that were just announced. Well, I forget, in the last couple of days. Over 500 games were submitted, 70 jurors, over $2 million in prizes to be won. And again, this was Game 3's games. I do have video, a quick video, like a minute of each game. I don't know if we want to get into that or not. But real quick, just to go over the list: Game of the Year, Parallel, Strategy, Card Game. Maybe we should show some videos, huh? What do you guys think?
Videos are cool.
Yeah, let's do at least a few of them.
Let's do the top, like, and that we're familiar with, like, for most folks that are not, or let's pick and choose. Let's see. Pop this up. Oh, right. I'm gonna switch screens real quick. And this is Parallel. This is Game of the Year that we're gonna see first.
It's a pretty cool shooter game. I've seen lots of videos.
You got audio?
Yes, audio's good.
Identify. Pirates. Get me an open chapter. Show me their trajectory and cross-reference with our route. I know that ship. Prepare the fleet. Put them on.
This is Freighter's territory, my dear Catherine. You should know better than to pass through Echelon space.
Mars bows to no one, including...
Oh yes, the good old Marcolian way. Hiding behind your shameless sense of superiority.
This is your last chance, Marlowe. Divert course or we will make you.
Did you hear that, crew? Looks like it's payday. Don't start something you can't.
Armor Division!
At your command.
I want all weapon systems ready for transport.
Understood. Confirming all weapon systems ready to deploy.
Pull up tactical array.
Ooh. Oh, this is good. This is good.
Heck yeah. I think you're muted, Ivan.
Hello everyone.
Uh-oh,
I'm
Ivan.
And if you're new to Parallel and looking to learn the
More of a
basics
teaser,
origin-
not an actual full gameplay. I think I have found some gameplay video, but I'll let you guys explore it for yourself. It is here. Is this it? Yeah. So it is. Wait, there we go. It is a card player, at least for the time being. What was said is that they're developing an entire big ecosystem. It got best strategy game, best card game, and Game of the Year award. the cards are digital, and you do own those as digital assets, and they do have a token called Prime that you can earn by playing the game. And like I said, they're calling it a card game for now, as the developers are working on a much bigger ecosystem than they currently have.
Seems like a lot of these games start with something simple like a card game or an auto battler. Yeah.
It's a lot simpler from a development perspective. Yeah, it's a lot simpler from a developer's perspective. So it's easy to get started with that and offer and start growing a community and offer an option for folks before you move on to the next thing or the next bigger thing. I mean, AAA games, as we've talked about, take upwards of 10 plus years to develop.
And a lot of money. A lot of money.
And a lot of money. And I just lost the window that I was sharing. Oh, here it is. I found it. I moved it down. All right. What's the next one? So Big Time, we're familiar with Big Time. That's Big Time got best adventure game, best RPG, and best multiplayer game. It's an MMORPG, and the assets there are the weapons, which are NFTs, and as well as the Big Time token. And the third one is Sharpnel. I think you've talked about that game before, Dog. No,
Yeah, Shrapnel. Shrapnel and Dead Drop are the two that I've gotten my little pause on. Those are two of the ones I'm really looking forward to.
Okay, so they tricked me with however they spell that out. I looked at it several times. I don't know if it's COVID affecting me. Not that I have COVID right now. I just, there's been a lot of COVID talk today. I just mean like how it changes how people perceive or see things or experience things or express things. And but I looked at Sharpnel because the document
Shrapnel,
and that's funny. I'm just laughing at myself over here. I'm like, I definitely double checked that several times, the spelling of it. I'm gonna keep calling it Shrapnel. I don't care. Shrapnel won best graphics, most anticipated game, and their assets are operator NFTs, and they have the Shrap token. See, okay, I've got the token right. Sharpnel. There we go. All right, and real quick, I'll run through the others. Dead Drop, and let me know if you want to see any of them. Dead Drop, best shooter game, best esports game. It's an first-person shooter action extraction. We featured that on the show here before, right, Avdog? You've played that. Are you still playing that?
I play it every once in a while. Every time they have a new update, I download it and see what's changed. They're making incremental steps on that, but it's backed by Dr. Disrespect, one of the biggest esports streamers. So, there's a future there, I hope.
My Pet Hooligan, best action game. The assets there are the characters, and they have the carrot token.
Yeah, the carrot token hasn't dropped yet, I believe.
No, but I did read that players can start earning it and claiming it. You just can't take it out of the system yet. I think that's going to start sometime soon next year.
Yep, that's right.
Mighty Action Heroes, best mobile game. It's a mobile action game, and the assets there are NFT characters, and they have a Genesis NFT. Pixels is what caught my biggest attention. It's a casual. It won best casual game. It's a casual farming simulator. I guess you can sit around and farm, but you can earn unique NFTs, special NFTs. They had specials for Christmas and for Thanksgiving. And they do have the berry token.
Yeah, I remember playing Pixels. Gosh, that had to be end of 2021, beginning of 2022. Pixels has been around a long time in beta version. So,
do you have any of their NFTs?
I do not. They didn't have. It was literally like bare bones back then. I'm gonna have to hop in and see if any of my progress still stands. I had a lot of pumpkins, though. I know that.
Pumpkins.
It was one of the two fruit or one of the two vegetables I could farm then.
What is Pixels? All right. Then we have NFL Rivals Best Sports Game. It's a mobile sports American football game, and it is from the makers of Blankos Block Party. The assets there are character NFTs that are upgradable, and they also have rewards. I didn't mention if they had a unique specific token to their brand. Then we have Champions Ascension Best Fighting Game. It's a arena brawler. You're basically in sort of like a Coliseum setting, and you brawl with. It's multiplayer, so like I didn't see what the limit was, but on the demo on the video I saw like upwards of 10 players or so in this big arena fighting one another, brawling for who's going to win at the end. That looks like kind of fun. And Pirate Nation is another one that I like. Pirate Simulator, that one best on-chain game, fully on-chain. Their assets there is the Founders Pirates NFT character, which is highly sought after. We have Wildcard, Games Choice Award, and that is another strategy and card game that has not released yet, but they do have some demos available. And last but not least, we have Star Atlas, which won the People's Choice Award. As we've covered it on the show and talked about it many times, that is a AAA game being developed on Solana. I do personally, full disclosure, own several ships in there. Their assets are NFTs in the form of ships that you'll be able to use within their ecosystem. It has not released yet, but they do have a demo on the Epic Game Store.
Heck yeah.
And those are the winners of the best Web3 games of 2023. I don't know of any other competition. There's been several, but this seems to be one of the biggest ones as far as how many jurors they have and how many games were submitted and the amount of prizes that were available out there for the winners. Kenton, anything that struck your fancy? I know you're not much of a gamer, but some of these can be fun, especially if there's an earning aspect with earning digital assets.
Yeah, it's cool to see games like My Pet Hooligan around. I saw them at an event at Expoverse. I saw them live. They had everybody like gaming and playing it. It's just nice that they kind of gave the right attention to different games here. I think it's cool that Parallel won multiple awards and Big Time won multiple awards, but it shows that they really considered other games for other things, even like Pixels for best casual, whatever that means, and the pirate game and the sports category. So I think this is good. This is really good. It'll just incite competitiveness in the gaming ecosystem of Web3, and it's nice that they're putting a spotlight on all these games.
Absolutely.
And Sharpnel. Can't forget Sharpnel.
Sharpnel. Yes, sir.
That's heavily anticipated.
I looked at it again. I'm like, what? It says it. It's right. It's that R looks like an A, and it confused me with the R and A flipping spots. Sharpnel.
Sharp.
I mean, if it's a shooter, you got to be sharp, but you're shooting, right? Right.
That's not wrong. It's not wrong.
I do definitely, for gamers out there, recommend Web3 gaming. Check out games.gg, and that's a 3 instead of an E in games.gg as is displayed on the screen. F-Dog, you might like that. It has every single blockchain game out there, a lot of analytics around it, a lot of community engagement. I think they have something like quests where you can earn rewards. So I would definitely check it out more myself, but for any gamer out there, I strongly recommend it.
Absolutely, yeah. Games GG is they're great with their info on these games. You can learn a lot. They do a lot of good articles and things like that. So it's not just an aggregator of game information, but they also if they're incentivizing people to try out new games, I think that's amazing.
Okay, what do we got next? Gotta switch screens here again.
Guys, make sure if you haven't already, you type in !learn to join the giveaway. You can join that at any time as we're going through the news. and our year in review. !learn. You can join the giveaway anytime. We'll be doing that at the end of the show.
Make sure you're on Twitch for that as well. We wish that it would qualify on Twitter and on YouTube, but unfortunately it doesn't.
I think this is a good time to remind everyone, not financial advice, but we're going to get into some of the top gainers in 2023 in crypto.
Ooh.
In crypto, and this is like mind-boggling when you think about it and consider it. But hey, shout out to Crypto Mom. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. The top 100 cryptos and that we've had in 2023, 92 of them reported gains, and the gains are as high as 7,300%, 7,300% in the case of Bonk, as you can see on the screen, the top currency. But so the very top 10 are displayed in this graph, and they're made up of meme coins, a couple of layer ones, some AI plays, and a couple of layer twos. And they all outperformed Bitcoin and Ethereum, but by at least just shy of 4 times or more in Bong's case. And Bong being the biggest winner, which is what we're giving away in our giveaway tonight. So definitely !learn. We've got 1 million Bong to give away to 5 winners. So there's a great chance for you to get in there and win some Bong yourself. But how crazy is this? If we think about it, like you've got Bonk, then you've got Injective, which is doing a huge Web3 gameplay. Speaking of games that we just covered, and so they've been performing really well. And then we have Corgi AI. I think that's a meme coin, right? On Solana?
I think so.
Is it on Solana also?
No, I don't believe so.
No, wait. I may have notes on this one. I'm asking. I should have. I looked all this stuff out. But I'm in notes. Yeah, my notes are not based on how this is displayed. And maybe I'm missing those notes. But yeah. And like Render, I know like we've been talking, speaking of, we mentioned our spaces. We've been talking about Render on a regular basis in our spaces in the morning. But I didn't realize, I guess I wasn't paying good attention earlier in class earlier this year. And I didn't pick up any Render then because I mean, $10 would be $10,000 right now if I had just bought some Render in January at 1,000% gain.
No. It'd be $10 would be $100.
No,
1,000%.
Would it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 10x. 11x.
I like the thinking of $10 becoming $10,000.
But
that is a good thought.
I like that one better.
It's the percent. It's the percent. Then add the 3 zeros, but then remove 2 zeros. Okay, $100. But still, $100. Put $100. That's $1,000, right?
Yeah.
So easy. So easy.
So
easy. Solana similarly, in Solana we all saw it because it just happened in the last couple of months that it went from where it was in the teens. Now we saw it 100 in teens.
Yeah,
there's a little dip right now. Not financial advice, but
we're looking at Solana. Always looking at Solana.
And even Stacks. Who would have thought?
Yeah. I don't think anybody saw the inscriptions and Bitcoin layer 2s and BRC20s. I don't think anybody saw that one coming.
No. There's a Bitcoin and Ethereum are part of the graph as a comparison to the top 10 performers to exemplify that at least just shy of 4 times or higher performance on these other tokens. Interestingly enough, 8 out of the 100 top 100 cryptos in 2023 ended with losses, and 5 of those are stable coins.
Oh,
this is as of numbers from yesterday, as of the December 28th.
Because you're going by crypto market caps. Okay.
Gainers. price. No, these are price returns, not market caps. These are price returns. So like all of these stable coins are just shy of $1 of their price.
Oh, okay.
As of yesterday, and this is according to CoinGecko research.
Gotcha.
Two of those, or the other three, are we've got Thon, Chili's, and Sui.
Okay.
And Sui is an extreme case because Sui only launched in May, so it hasn't had a full year of performance, so it can't really be held against Sui, but it falls into those 8 out of 10 that ended up with losses price-wise from the beginning of the year.
Gotcha. I mean, it's crazy too when you compare like cryptocurrency markets to financial markets or traditional financial markets. I mean, looking down at Bitcoin having 162% gain, I mean, that's insane for any financial market. And the fact that we're comparing that to things that are much, much higher than that, like we are in an insane industry right now. Like it's crazy.
Like look at these Muppets. Not enough that they got 100% with Ethereum, or 162%, but nobody's complaining. We're just highlighting like why I started with. Like, it's mind-boggling to have a 7,300% return on something like Bonk.
And that's from the first of the year when it was at a high. I mean, where it was at in like middle of the year at its lows is much, much higher than 7,300%. That's the crazier thing to think about.
That's nuts, Ev. That's wild.
Oh man,
Bonk. If only we just bought more Bonk.
All we needed to buy was Bonk. That's it.
That's all we should have believed in.
Oh my gosh. And now Bonk's never going to go back down to anywhere near those levels because people aren't making the same mistake twice.
You think? Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's been stable. It's been stable since the sell-off after the Saga phone launch.
Yeah, I mean, think about what happened with Doge. I mean, it ran, but it never really corrected back down. It's like people are like, now this is worth this. It is just there now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously not financial advice. Bonk is not a stable coin and far from it, but it makes me excited. Makes me excited being it being the largest meme coin on Solana. It's cool to see.
All right, let's see what's next. What do we got next? Scams and exploits of 2023. Well, here we did better than the previous year. So this is a complete list of all the scams and exploits that happened this year. It's not last year.
Wow.
And we'll just run through them real quick, or some overall takeaways. $1.7 billion were scammed in 2023, but that's down on a good note from the previous year. 2022, we saw $4 billion get scammed from the market. And this has primarily been due to vulnerabilities or user error. Vulnerabilities being with coding and contracts and not knowing the right thing and taking chances. And user errors, self-explanatory. We've all been there and made the mistake. The primary sources have been exchanges and DeFi platforms, the primary targets, primarily because they hold a lot of that liquidity and they have that availability and making it worth a scammer's time. But as we saw recently, and that scam's actually on the list. Let's see, can I make this bigger? The ledger scam, which it's towards the bottom because it was only about $600,000 worth of stuff, but that scammer wasn't very smart. Another way they're using is impersonations, and we've recently, even as of this week, we've seen Twitter accounts get hacked and taken over, and someone impersonates or someone reaches out via DM messages impersonating they're another person, and they trick people into clicking on the wrong things and the wrong links. or at the end of the day, poor cybersecurity. That's always a big one. You have to protect, when you have data online, you have to protect that at all costs. But Mixon Network being the biggest one with 200, and these losses displayed on the screen are in millions, $200 million on the Mixon Network. Euler Finance at $197 million, Multi-Chain $126 million, Bonk DAO. I don't even know what. I'm not even sure I know what Bonk DAO is, but that was another $120 million. HTX, I think that's a Asian exchange, and that had a bridge that was hacked in addition to via the bridge hacking them directly. Atomic Wallet, as we recalled earlier this year, CoinEx, Curve Finance, some of the bigger ones. But as we get a lot of these names I didn't know. I mean, we know when we heard about SafeMoon, I think didn't SafeMoon just a week or two ago file for bankruptcy or insolvency? Same difference. And we did mention, Trust Wallet, that happened. That was $4 million were hacked there. And then Ledger, like we mentioned, about $500 to $600 million. But this is a complete list of all the scams and exploits that happened in 2023.
It's a scary list. Let's hope that it's lesser in 2024, but we'll have to see. The bull run brings the scammers. So,
yeah, I mean, that's an important note to make, is the bull run does bring the scammers. So definitely be wary. Know what you're doing. If you're not sure, don't FOMO in or rush into any decisions or clicking on links.
Yeah, it's always better to just practice patience and get a second set of eyes to check things over and make sure that you're not doing something that could potentially drain all of your funds or be malicious in other ways.
Mm-hmm. Well said, Ed.
In some side sports news, apparently the Buckeyes are not playing very well. So welcome to the new audience tuning into better shows available out there.
Better shows.
Oh my.
Any thoughts on the scams, Kenton?
Just that it's better than the year before. I know that that's not saying much, but it was significantly better than in 2022. I guess it's important to point that out. We've got to just stop all these scams in general. They're never going to be stopped, though. We can only work on decreasing them. So I'd say it's good progress, but it's just sad because we're still seeing way too many people fall victim to these scams. I don't know what the answer is, though. I really don't.
We also have scams that go on every day IRL that we don't talk about or take much notice of. We just blow it off. That's another scam. I'm not saying we should blow this off. Where it's different, I think, is because it's on the blockchain. A lot of these people end up getting in trouble, and because the scam happened this year, doesn't mean that it's not going to be a settlement a year or two down the line, as we're about to review in one of the next segments of some of the statistics we're sharing for 2023. But I can probably come up with a dozen of scams on a daily basis that people try to take advantage of us, whether it's going to a grocery store or something else that we deal with on a daily basis outside of blockchains and the online world. So we're probably more in tune with this because we spend a lot of time with blockchains and online and behind our screens, but we can't dismiss the other factors. And those are a lot easier to hide because it's fiat. And fiat's not as easily traceable as blockchains and cryptocurrency. And those are my thoughts about the scams. And the fact that they're decreasing means that maybe, just maybe, these scammers are learning their lesson and getting smarter and thinking like, hey, I can't get away with this.
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that
either.
Just maybe.
I think more money coming into the system makes scammers hungrier, but maybe that's just my take. Oh, I don't want to be a pessimist. I want to be an optimist. I wish.
Yeah. No, they're going to follow the money. It's good that it died down for this year. We'll see. Maybe there'll just be more prevention in 2024 going forward.
I hope so.
We'll just get better and smarter with security also.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, moving right along. We're about an hour into the show and got just a couple more things to cover. And I thought this was very powerful and interesting to also share, as we talked about some of these in your headlines, Kenton. And this is U.S. regulators versus crypto this year. Top enforcement actions in the U.S. We had three major ones, Celsius being the biggest one with $4.7 billion settlement. Binance coming in at number 2 with $4.3 billion and Voyager number 3 with $1.6 billion. And the graph on the screen displays previous years and how that compares. There's been never anything this major. But so besides the top 3, Celsius, Binance, and Voyager, it was a total of 15 lawsuits that were equivalent to just over $10 million in settlements, which again is nothing to this each one of these individual ones, Celsius, Binance, and Voyager. But 7 of the 15 lawsuits are just shy of half of them are the largest enforcement settlements. And they happened this year, but they didn't necessarily start this year. So they've been ongoing. And so one of the reasons we're seeing this, and I mean, obviously Celsius happened, whatever happened with Celsius happened last year. We're seeing the settlement this year. It doesn't mean that the market took the effect this year. I'm just trying to correlate it that way. And 8 out of the 15 lawsuits were initiated by the SEC.
Wow.
There was a few other organizations involved. Let me see if I can quickly find my notes here. With regards to what the other organizations were, but I'm not finding my notes quick enough. So, yeah, any thoughts? I mean, again, this going back to Binance, he said, I guess it ended up being not $4.3 billion, and he was going to settle some stuff personally with them. Kenton?
For Binance?
Yes, easy.
Well, he had to settle his whole own extradition and all of that, but I think they figured that out. I think he paid a certain amount to them. Evdog, if you want to weigh in on that. I don't know the exact number though, but this was that's for CZ, which is technically separate than Binance itself.
Right.
This is just particular because Binance and Celsius and Voyager all were the 3 largest settlements. They all happened in 2023. I think that is it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. It all just happened. The 3 biggest settlements out of all of them that have happened for the past 5 years. It's crazy.
That is really crazy. I mean, it shows that the U.S. government is really, they're worried about crypto and what it's going to do. I think that they're scared that it's going to do a lot to impact the traditional finance system. I think that's what really this underlying message is from this information. I don't know if you guys agree with that or disagree, but that's what I'm getting from it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it. I don't think any of these were unjustified. We saw what Celsius did or what they try to do. Binance, I think I'm not necessarily familiar enough with all the details, but I don't think the SEC would be someone that would take a lawsuit without having any grounds or evidence or facts. And similar with,
I mean, if they're settling, then obviously these companies did something wrong. I don't disagree there.
So at the end of the day, I do believe that they have the best interest in mind for the individual and retail investor and anyone else that may be hurt or scammed. And so it goes back with, the previous topic where we're talking about scams. I think this helps as well. And so one of the things that's not highlighted here is this year we also saw one of the first rug pull settlements that was settled finally this year from a few years back with regards to NFTs and selling NFTs and then rug pulling and cashing out. I forget. I don't have it on the tip of my mind to quote the actual project, but And to the previous comment we said about scammers, maybe they're going to learn. I think all of this is going to start highlighting more to where, like, okay, this isn't as simple as like, let's scam a bunch of people online and get away with it as we thought.
Right.
Yeah, people might be more apprehensive about it. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
All right. Moving to our next, I think we've only got one or two things left to cover tonight. But top meme coin performers of 2023, according to chainplay.gg, there's not a whole lot of aggregate data out there with regards to meme coins and their performances. I'm not sure what was used here outside of potentially market cap, because it seems reasonable, and the next slide will also support that thought. But according to chainplay.gg, these are the top performers in meme coins. We've got Doge. I just said that with Russian accent because I was trying to avoid from saying Dodge. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Pepe, Flocky Inu, and Bonk. Speaking of Bonk, that's what we're giving away tonight. So !learn. Make sure you have your Solana wallet ready. 5 winners, 1 million Bonk to be given away. Not each, but 1 million split amongst the 5 of you. So that's 200,000 Bonk token coming your way at the end of the show when we wrap up here shortly. But look at Bonk at 13,500% increase.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
The current market cap for all meme coins is estimated to be at about $15 billion worth. Meme coins have gained a substantial investment interest over the last year, primarily due to significant community engagement. But as well, besides just the community, there's also been high-profile figures that have jumped into meme coins, and Elon Musk is not one that has shied away from those, as we all know. But the meme coin narrative is continuing to evolve, and with its dynamic nature, it's going to get a lot of fun, in my opinion, in 2024 with meme coins. It's not, they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere, as the next slide is going to touch on. But without we can finish talking about meme coins, as I have the top 15 meme coins by market cap as of earlier tonight. And it does touch a little bit on some of the points that I just shared, the rise of meme coins, and they were inspired by traditional memes, but now there's some value behind them, and the community supports and agrees with it. It's a captivating phenomena, as Chainplay says. It is because of blockchain technology. It wouldn't be possible. I mean, people have tried to launch digital currencies before. They've never stuck, and this one's sticking. Again, the community engagement is huge. Each token's got a unique story, which makes it quite interesting. Like, you go from Dogecoin being the OG, and then Shiba and what they're doing, and then Bonk and Pepe. I was actually considering doing all this research. Is it time to get back into Pepe, even though it was technically kind of a rug pull because of what one of the co-founders did earlier this year? Surprised that wasn't in the scam list. So I don't know, and something like, going further down the list, something like Coquinho. I just wanted to say that. But that's a meme coin on Avalanche, and Avalanche, like we talked on Spaces this morning, is now investing into meme coins that are part of their ecosystem, and that's helping boost the performance of these meme coins. And it's mind-boggling. I picked that token when it came out because I thought the name was hilarious. I shared it with Jahan, not to call you out, Jahan. I did not buy or get into the token, and here it is, 261% later. I'm still laughing at the name and watching from the sidelines. And Doge Mars, like Elon token, it's down 33% for the year. It's got $100 million market cap, but like from, Sarson was sharing just a few months back, apparently they're doing significant research, and there's not sustainability, but there's something substantial behind that project, and in addition to it just being a meme coin. So who knows?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for meme coins to start movements. I think that's the name of the game when it comes to finding meme coins that are going to be sticking around for a long time. Find meme coins that are really doing something, or maybe doing nothing at all. I think it's kind of one or the other. You wanna find one that's either doing absolutely nothing, or it's got some root cause or some sort of incentive to be a part of that community. There's a lot of meme coins that are doing many different things. So definitely take your time and find one that you align with, whether it's the meme or the message or whatever it is.
And let's not forget Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Danino.
Of course.
Can't forget them.
3,945%, just shy of 4,000% increase since it launched earlier this summer. It hasn't even had a full year of performance.
That's crazy.
My Lady meme coin, I think, came. Did it come before or after? I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know about
Ladies.
that. My ladies.
And then Snake. Do we know anything about Snake?
Not really. I personally don't.
It's up though, but
Well, Snake was moving significantly while I was compiling this data, which is why it's listed below Coquino, but it has a higher market cap and the ranking hadn't adjusted. So I was just trying to report what was given out there. But yeah, Snake's making moves as we speak. I'm not familiar enough with it. Not financial advice in any way, just something to consider covering the top 15 meme coins by market cap as of earlier tonight. I've got my Bitcoin bags as well as my Bitcoin swag. Oh, and speaking of Bitcoin, I was going to bring this up as a thought. If you consider how all of these meme coins are creating a community behind them and getting all the support from individuals, and in fact, more than just individuals, some corporations and some high-profile individuals, couldn't you then look back when Bitcoin first came out and the support it had in order for it to get to where it is today? Couldn't you then also say, well, Bitcoin was the OG of meme coins, not those?
Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree with that. To be 100% honest with you, you had to be real psycho to be a Bitcoin supporter in the early days.
Right? So, like, these are all the new Bitcoins. We're calling them meme coins, but these are technically the new Bitcoins. And we have the only one with a Bitcoin name in there, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Danino. And so we have the boomer Bitcoin for those that have been around for the last 10, 15 years. And now we have the millennial Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Danino.
That's right.
Let's go.
Oh my Lord.
Let's go. Is that all? I think that, that about wraps it up. That's our year in review, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done, Ivan.
Well done.
Well done.
Definitely excited. Looking forward to I think 2023 was very exciting, and 2024 is going to be like 10x that.
Oh yeah.
In more ways than one.
All right. Moving on to the giveaway.
Crickets. Yeah, but we don't even have 5 people on there. We got 6, but then
Oh my gosh.
2 of us are us. Anyone else want some bong token for joining our show tonight? ! Learn.
Brittany wants some bombs.
Yeah, Brittany wants.
Brittany, right now you're a winner. I mean, I'm gonna run the game just for fun because it's always fun to watch those grubfish try to dodge that wheel. But
that wheel of death.
The wheel of death. But like right now we've got 4 winners on the board. Last call. We'll give you here another minute. Yeah. Any last thoughts for this year, gentlemen, before we do that draw or that giveaway. Wait, let me put this on the screen so people know. But can we get at least one other winner? Like, I don't mind keeping the token, but yeah. Any last thoughts for 2023?
I'm just excited for 2024. Starting the year off with a bang. We're going to be getting ETF news, whether it's approved or not, in early January. We have the halvening coming in April. There's going to be a lot of fun that's going to be happening in 2024. I know that.
Brittany's liking the hoodie. Let me show the eyes and the rest of it. And there's a bullseye over here where I put my, I do my thingamajig over here. Whatever I do, you don't know what happens in the pocket. It stays in the pocket. But this is the hoodie, and I've got this proto eyes.
Oh my!
Don't you worry. I'll be coming to Denver wearing this.
Oh, I'm sure. I wouldn't expect anything less.
We've got our 5th winner, Flower. Congratulations! If nobody else joins,
Congratulations, Flower.
Slick move, Flower, getting in there in the last minute.
All right. Last call, Flower, Brittany, BMI. I want to say BMW, BMI, TW, Love Club, Terran Lore. We've got a bunch of winners right here. Kenton, I'll hook you up too. I'm not going to name myself as a winner. Everybody gets bonk. Let's play. Bonk. Brittany said, let's play.
Wins.
Let's play. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Maybe the top winner also gets an NFT. As long as it's not me. That was a nice dodge by everyone. Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
Kenton's dodging.
Guys spazzing out.
Damn.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, Kenton.
Oh! I'm so lucky that didn't take me out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's still in there. I can grub explode.
Oh, Brittany's out.
Wait, got all of us.
What even is that?
Woohoo! Kenton number 1.
How did I win though? We all died.
Well, the game knows. The game tracks it. Look at that. Kenton number 1.
That was brutal. I somehow won. Wow.
Congratulations.
Dodging
Kenton.
paid off.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm going to send all of you 200,000 bonk each. But you do need to whisper your Solana wallet to me. Let me copy this so I have a record, and this video is recorded, so we'll always have reference to it. And I know I'm going to call myself out right now. I have not sent the winners from the previous episode, but it's still on my list. Don't you worry. The holidays got the better of me. That will come out to you. I'm also recording these winners. Please whisper or DM me your Solana wallet, and I will get you
a bonk.
200,000 bonk. Just making a note of it. 200,000 bonk coming at you. That's, what is that? Like $4 or $5, something like that. $3-4.
Yeah, like $4 or $5.
Something. You get to play with it. You get bonk on Solana, and you do with it as you please. So
$3 is something on Solana. You can do a lot with $3.
For sure. That would pay for your transactions for all of next year.
No kidding.
Not kidding. So do oops, let me message me. There, Badger message, drop the line in on Twitch. Do either that or American Crypto Academy. I will get both, and I will get your Solana wallet and send you some bunk. And thanks so much for everyone that joined us. My closing thoughts for the year. Appreciate all of you that tuned in. and kept tuning in every week that we run the show and our spaces in the morning on Twitter. We're looking forward to going even bigger and better next year with a lot more production, a lot more shows and engagement and giveaways, and finishing our platform so you can get access to a lot of entertaining lessons about Web3 and learn a lot of stuff that you haven't learned yet. But hopefully you've enjoyed what we've shared with you on our show, and we'll welcome you back next year. We'll be back in January next week on Wednesday with Smart Assets, and we'll also be running a lot of other specials. But we've got a Helium special plan coming up, and we've got some educational seminars that we've been working on producing in the background. So definitely stay tuned to the American Crypto Academy and what Sarson Funds is bringing every morning with the market updates. And yeah, there's a lot more to happen. And next year it's going to be amazing for all of us. And thank you again to everyone.
Heck yeah.
Well said.
Have a happy new year, everybody. Enjoy it. Enjoy the time with family and friends. Be safe. Don't drive drunk, please. Call me if you need me. All right.
Okay.
Ivan,
Denver.
watching you.
You come get me from Denver. Yeah.
Have a great rest of 2023, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and watching us every Wednesday, in this case, a Friday. I don't know how this happened.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
End of the year shenanigans.
All right, guys.
See you for more.
Bye,
Happy
everybody.
year.
Happy New Year.
See you, everybody.